do a lot more.
Because now the Nigeria Table Tennis Federation, they've seen reasons that after the Super League, let's sit these future champions together. Let them speak to the veterans.
You're talking about organizing competition. Now we're talking about the big one, the big stage. Now, who is going to camp all these
Cecilia,
athletes? You think NBBF will have all the money to bring all the girls from the US, the ones that are playing, to put them in camp?
Yeah, why not?
Let's wait.
Planning.
Why
Cecilia,
not?
it's planning.
It's possible.
Cecilia, we can stay here now.
We're not saying it's not possible.
Yes.
But we're just saying sometimes some people actually need to do their job. I mean, when it's from both sides, it's easier for them.
But you can
when
hear the same.
It's not coming from the other side, it's going to be difficult for them to actually do that alone.
Readily available blame is on the federation when something goes wrong.
That's the job.
That is what it is. The moment we discover that this thing didn't go well, for table tennis, the first name I think of is Eniton Waido Shodi.
Exactly.
I'm giving him a call to say what happened. After all this hard work, you're going to come tell me now that the sports ministry messed it up. No, you got to do your own work very well.
Maybe all the federation will need to go to the Olympics individually, not under the umbrella of Nigeria. No, that's what you're saying.
They won't. But I'm saying that they can make the NOC or the sports ministry come to their aid. They can make them sit up. The entity, for instance, brings out a quadri, Segun Toriola, Edem Ofyong, and Olufuke Oshonaike, that they want to play an exhibition game. Segun Toriola plays, Olufuke Oshonaike, Edem Ofyong plays, Segun Toriola, and brings all of us, brings the media and say, let's see, it's in anticipation to the Olympics. Let's see the players that will be at the Olympics. This is the work of the Nigeria Table Tennis Federation, and then the NOC hears about it and sees that, oh, people are even talking about it. These guys are getting ready for the Olympics. That's a charge. That's a charge to come to here. No, don't keep quiet and say we have qualified athletes and all we're waiting for
is the sports ministry
funding.
Now, come on, their job entails a lot more than administering the game. They've got to market the sports very well.
Got to make it a brand.
Okay, keep marketing, make it a brand. Well, let's listen to Habib Gumel, the president of Nigeria Olympic Committee.
It is equally heartwarming to note here that as far as of today, we have qualified athletes in numbers and in key sports that will generate a strong Nigerian delegation to the Rio 2016 Olympic Games. The qualification status is currently as follows. We have athletics, 31 number that have qualified, including relay teams. We have basketball, 12 athletes, that is the male team. You are aware that the female team is yet to go for the qualification, and I think their qualification is coming sometimes in June or something like that. Boxing, we have only one athlete. Canoe slalom, only one athlete. Football, we have the 18, the male team. Rowing, we have one athlete. Table tennis, we have 5, and then wrestling, we have 7. The other, that is 2 male and 5 female. You are aware that the weightlifting are yet to do their qualification. They are going to Cameroon very soon, sometime in May for their own qualification. And then we have the athletics too. They are going to do another qualification. I told you about the basketball, the female, and so on. So that's the ones that are waiting for them to qualify, so we can have our own total contingent, so that we know the number of athletes. We can only expect our athletes to do well in Rio if they are provided with all the necessary support they require in their participation. I'm fully aware that the Games Planning Committee, put in place by the Honorable Minister of Youth and Sport, has lined up the training and camping program for the Nigerian athletes and teams, and these programs are being activated as planned. This committee is a joint committee, and the MOC too, between the Minister of Youth and Sport, and that was the Olympic Committee. There is a committee which is chaired by the Permanent Secretary of the Minister of Youth and Sport, which we meet from time to time to see how far we have gone, what we have done, and what is ahead of us, so that we can be able to make progress. And from time to time, we brief the Honorable Minister, so that at least whatever problem we have or whatever we're expected to do, so it can be done immediately without further delay.
I expected to hear when camp will resume and all of that. We talked about 31 from athletics. We all know that 12 from basketball, of course, for the male team.
That's right.
Female will stay away. The qualifiers will start. Boxing just 1. Of course, table tennis 5 plus the team event and all that. So making 5. Then you have a weightlifting. Wrestling. You have 7. Weightlifting qualifiers will also be done. Then of course you have a canoeing slalom 1.
Rowing.
Then of course rowing 1. Then you also have the final one, the last one, we have
There's
like
basketball.
2 athletes. No, we talked about basketball before.
The football, 18.
Football 18 and all that. So you already know we have these names. We have all these names. And the sports actually feel not so much sports, but with not many sports right now from what we've seen, from what he reeled out. And we're expecting to see, okay, this is when we're going to call these athletes to camp, because you're supposed to open a national camp, right? I know sometimes they'll tell you that they're phasing it out because there's really no money to travel abroad, but they can actually do it here. I mean, we should get to meet all our athletes before all of them will go to Rio.
Yeah.
So when are we going to be expecting that?
I work for Channels Television.
You were at that press
I'm a
conference.
journalist.
You were actually at that press conference.
The truth is funding. They're looking for
friend, right?
funding, yeah. But guys, when he was reading out the list of sports that we take part in, you just look at it and see that right from the federation, as we were saying, if things are not right, we'll struggle.
Surely.
You know, we've been talking about table tennis. Look at it. Wrestling. Look at it. See boxing. See weightlifting. What's going on? You said basketball will open camp. Is it May 1st?
Yes, May 1st. Yesterday.
It's May 2nd.
Okay.
And we will find out later.
Okay.
We'll definitely find out.
Right.
We'll hear the story.
Yeah, but the guys are actually going to play the USA.
That's good news. That's good news. We're waiting to make that happen. But I said something at this press conference. I said we might be wasting time and trying to say we've not done that. The Olympics, the date for the Olympics is August the 5th. It will start. Yeah. And when it will end, it will end. It's not going to say, oh, Nigeria is here to put together things. Nigeria is here to get funding. No, as time is ticking away. And if we need to get it right, we need to get it right now.
The budget will soon be passed in the next few days.
Don't you think it's a bit late?
Their best friend definitely come at that time to actually help them out.
On the back of that, no show. It wasn't really a no show in London. They went, but they didn't win any medal. So you expect, preparations to be a lot, better this time around. But it looks like it's
do you know what we had
if
then?
If their best friend is not with them, then they can't do anything.
Do you know what we had then after London 2012? That this is the last time we will never ever go through this again in Nigeria. 4 years, we'll start getting ready. We'll prepare.
I think preparations for this one is even worse. I think London was better. I think this is even worse because I remember the 100 days countdown. Actually, there was this. It was as if the Olympics was just very close to Nigeria. I mean, the host. I mean, it was
we could feel it.
We could feel it.
That's right.
Something was coming. Something was going on. Each federation and all that. This is what you were doing.
The NOC worked with the British consulate. They organized events. They were talking.
So events were just there. But right now, it's like you are practically dragging information from the federation because actually they have nothing to even tell you.
Okay, President of Nigeria Olympic Committee, Abu Gumel, you've promised you'll be part of the program. We're expecting to have you here so we can understand what's really going on as regards Nigeria's preparations for the 2016 Rio Olympics. We believe that we have the talent, but it's not just about talent. Sometimes it's just simple logistics that gives you medals, good management, it's a total package. That's right. So